In the previous tutorial, we completed the modeling of our dolphin fish. Now, let's dive into shading our model. First, switch to the shading workspace. Here, our model will be displayed in Material Preview. Select the fish body, then click the new icon to create a new material. Next, drag the yellow dot next to the base color and search for Image Texture. This links our material to a texture image. Let's rename this material to Fish Body. With the fish body selected, switch to the UV editing workspace. Enter edit mode by pressing Tab. Ensure you are in X orthographic view, then press A to select all. Open the Unwrap menu by pressing U, and choose Project from View. Scale the UV map using the S key to fit as needed. On the left side, click plus New to create a new texture. Name it something like Dolphin Fish Body and double the resolution for better quality. Set the texture color to a slightly lighter shade of black. And click OK to finalize. Back in the shading workspace, select the fish body and, under Image Texture, choose the newly created Dolphin Fish Body texture. Now, let's begin texture painting. Switch to the Texture Layout workspace. Use the brush to paint details. This circle is our brush. Adjust the brush size with F key and dragging mouse in or out. Adjust the strength with Shift plus F key. 1 is the maximum strength and 0 is the minimum. Let's make the white color a little darker. We can use X key to switch between these two colors. The color on the left side is the one being selected. Use Shift plus X to pick a color. Now let's paint this area of the fish body. We have our mirror modifier, so we will need to focus only on one side of the body. These little spots can sometimes be removed by painting on it from different angles. If this does not fix the issue, as in our case this method is not helping, then let's switch to the UV editing workspace and edit the UVs. We will move the points of this area a little far apart from each other to avoid overlapping. Moving the UVs does not affect our model, it will only affect the texture. Now go back to the Texture Paint workspace and repaint this area. I will fast forward the painting a bit. Okay, this area is also causing some problems, so let's fix this with the same method. Let's move these points to make room and avoid overlapping. Now let's repaint this area. Take your time and paint as you like. Ctrl plus Z to undo any stroke. A bigger size brush has leaves smooth edges and smaller one is sharp. I am trying to paint an elliptical white area on this lower belly. I think it looks pretty good. Let's move on to shading the teeth. Unhide the tooth by clicking the eye icon. Go to the shading workspace, select the tooth, and press / to isolate it. Create a new material and rename it to Tooth. Drag the yellow dot and search for Color Ramp. Connect it to a gradient texture. Enable the Node Wrangler add-on from Preferences if it isn't already. Now, select the gradient texture and press Ctrl plus T to add the necessary nodes. I want to make the tooth slightly pale at the bottom and white at the top. Let's adjust the black color slider to increase its intensity. Next, modify the rotation values along different axes to find the one that aligns best with your model. For my model, it's the y-axis, so I'll set the value to around 120. Switching this to ease will create a smoother transition between the colors. Finally, let's change the black color to a pale shade as planned. We can adjust the color saturation by sliding this bar upward or downward. Next, let's readjust the gradient to suit our preferences. Press the slash key to exit isolated mode. As we can see, the texture is now applied to all the teeth. Now, let's move on to texturing the eye. Select the eye and press Tab to enter edit mode. I'm going to create a pupil, so select these 4 faces. Then press Shift+D to duplicate them. Next, press P and choose Separate by Selection. Press Tab to return to object mode. Select the new geometry we just created and switch to the shading workspace. Add a new material to the model. Set the material color to black to match the desired look. The shape looks a bit square, so let's make it more rounded. Press Tab to enter edit mode. A to select all. Press N to open the side menu. In the Edit tab, open the LoopTools drop-down and select Circle to transform the selection into a circular shape. Press N again to hide the menu. Enable the LoopTools add-on from Edit Preferences add-ons. Search for LoopTools and check the box to activate it. Add a Shrinkwrap Modifier to the object. Use the eyedropper tool to select eye white as the target. Set the snap mode to above surface to position the object correctly. Increase the offset value to bring it onto the surface of the eye white. Tip: hold Shift while adjusting the offset to make fine changes in small increments. Press Tab to return to object mode. Press G to grab and move the object into the correct position. Let's scale it down slightly for a better fit. The scaling looks off because the origin is set to the cursor. Right-click, go to the Object menu and select Set Origin to Geometry to fix this. Now press S to scale it properly. Now, press G to move the object. It will slide naturally over the eye white, just like a real eye. The mirror modifier is enabled, so the changes will automatically apply to the other eye as well. There's a small dent in the eye black. Let's fix it. Press slash to isolate it and switch to edit mode by pressing Tab. Select and adjust the vertices causing the dent to smooth out the shape. Press slash to exit isolated mode and view the full scene. The inside of the mouth is black, but it should have a pinkish or reddish color. For doing so, select the fish body and press Tab to enter edit mode. Temporarily hide the mirror modifier preview for easier editing. Switch to face selection mode and select the relevant faces. Let's assign a new material slot for the selected faces. Go to the Material tab and click the plus icon to add a new slot. Create a new material and click Assign to apply it to the selected faces. Change the color to a pinkish or reddish tone to achieve the desired look. Let's make the color a little darker. That looks great. With this, our model is complete. In the next tutorial, we'll take this dolphin fish model to the next level by rigging the character. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.